Hello.
Hello.
I'm Nair.
And I'm Bella.
And we are Perspeculative. And today we wanted to do a rapid fire review for you on The Deer King.
That's right.
I watched it first, and I got Bello to watch it. What do you think about it at first, Bello?
My first impressions were Studio Ghibli flavor, maybe like some older American animations. The art style sort of gave that vibe. So I was definitely interested in it because of that, especially because my favorite Studio Ghibli film is Princess Mononoke, and you see a wika in the beginning of it that very much resembles the Red Riding Deer in Princess Mononoke.
I totally agree. I was thinking the same thing. And then when the wolf disease comes out, it reminded us of Princess Mononoke as well, with the disease kind of spreading.
On the boar,
yeah. Mm-hmm. One of the things I really enjoyed about this was the progress for the main male character, going from practically dead inside to finding joy, laughter, and love, and wanting to live, looking forward to living again. It was really nice to see.
I also really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed the parallel theme. As he healed, he was able to heal his country, and if he had not healed, he probably would have fallen prey to the disease and the anger and the hatred, which would have pulled him down. But because he had found a little girl and adopted her and loved her, she was what anchored him to the world and peace, and was able to find that for his country, and instead of being the military leader that he was.
Yeah, and Bella was going to be mad about it if there wasn't something to show that he was still around for the little girl, but there was, so she didn't get too mad about it.
I also really liked that in the end, he didn't drive the wolves away. He didn't abandon the wolves. The wolves were still a part of him, and they were still a part of the pack, but the stag was the alpha along with him. It symbolized a new direction, but you don't cut off the parts that don't work anymore. The wolves are still a part of nature. They're still needed. They're still part of you. I think it sort of spoke to veterans and possible PTSD. Like, you don't lose that part of you, but you can change it to where they are protectors and hunters, but no longer needed for violence and war. And I really enjoyed that.
We both did really want them to stay together, but it didn't work out that way. He had to sacrifice himself for her.
The only other thing that I wanted to say about it that I really enjoyed was, of course, as a step-parent myself, him loving and living for a child not his own, and then making decisions for what's best for them, even if it's not best for himself, and that he wanted to stay in her life. But, and this goes for not just step-parents, I'm sure birth parents are faced with this decision too, where you have to take a step back and you have to watch them from afar sometimes. And I really liked that that still came into play, and it sort of mirrored the choices that you have to make, especially as a step-parent sometimes.
I, of course, appreciated that he called her his daughter without question. Not my adopted daughter, just straight up my daughter, which was sweet. I rated it a 7.
And I would have rated it at least an 8. I really did enjoy it. Is it as good as your average Studio Ghibli film? No. I would say yes, but that's taking into account ones that aren't necessarily my favorite, like Arrietty, which I'm sure there's those of you out here that's your favorite one. But yeah, thanks for listening.
See you later.